Legal disclaimer. Before we begin, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial, tax, or investment advice. Everyone's financial situation is different. Always consider your own circumstances or speak with a qualified professional before making decisions. What are good TFSA strategies? Long-term investing in Canada. In the last video, we explained what a TFSA is. Now the real question is, how should you actually use it? Because simply opening a TFSA is not a strategy. What you put inside and how you manage it makes all the difference. The problem: many investors open a TFSA, but then they feel unsure about what to do next. Should it be for dividend income, growth stocks, safer investments, high-risk plays? Some people use their TFSA for speculation. Others leave it sitting in cash for years. Both extremes can limit long-term results. Without a clear strategy, the TFSA becomes underused. The goal is not activity. The goal is efficient long-term compounding. A simple way to understand this is to ask yourself how to think about TFSA strategy. Before choosing investments, it helps to understand one key idea. The TFSA is a tax-free growth shelter. Because gains are never taxed, it can be especially powerful for long-term compounding, dividend reinvestment, assets expected to grow significantly. So instead of asking, what stock should I buy? It may be better to ask, what role should my TFSA play in my overall financial plan? Here are 3 common long-term approaches. Here are some practical TFSA strategies. Strategy 1. Long-term growth focus. This is one of the simplest and most effective approaches. You use your TFSA for diversified growth investments, such as broad market ETFs. Why? If an investment grows significantly over 20 or 30 years, all those gains are tax-free. Example: you invest $30,000 in diversified equity ETFs. Over 25 years, it grows to $150,000. In a taxable account, part of those gains would be taxed when selling. In a TFSA, the full amount is yours. This strategy works well for younger investors or those with long time horizons. Strategy 2. Dividend and passive income focus. Another approach is using your TFSA to generate tax-free income. For example, you invest $100,000 in dividend-paying ETFs or stocks with a 4 to 5% yield. That could produce $4,000 to $5,000 per year. Inside a TFSA, that income is not taxed. In retirement, this creates flexible cash flow. It can complement other accounts like an RRSP, where withdrawals are taxable. This approach often appeals to investors focused on financial independence and passive income. Strategy 3. Asset location strategy, TFSA plus RRSP together. Instead of thinking about accounts separately, you can coordinate them. For example, use RRSP for income reduction during high earning years. Use TFSA for long-term tax-free growth or retirement flexibility. Some investors place higher growth assets inside their TFSA because future gains will never be taxed. Meanwhile, more stable income assets may be placed elsewhere. The key idea is balance, not duplication. Strategy 4. Reinvest and compound. Regardless of growth or income strategy, one principle stays consistent: reinvest early. If your investments pay dividends, reinvesting those payments increases compounding. Over decades, compounding becomes more powerful than timing. Consistency matters more than prediction. The top key mistakes to avoid. Even with a strategy, there are common pitfalls. Mistake 1. Using TFSA for high speculation. Because losses permanently reduce contribution room, extreme risk can be costly. If you contribute $20,000 and it drops to $5,000, the lost room cannot be recovered. For this reason, many long-term investors prefer diversified, stable strategies inside their TFSA. Mistake 2. Trying to time the market. Waiting for the perfect moment can delay compounding. A steady contribution plan often produces more consistent results. Time in the market tends to matter more than timing the market. Mistake 3. Ignoring contribution room. Over-contributing can trigger penalties. Track your room carefully and plan contributions deliberately. Mistake 4. Constantly changing strategy. Switching between growth, income, and speculation every year can reduce effectiveness. A simple plan, followed consistently, often outperforms complex changes. Mistake 5. Forgetting the big picture. The TFSA is part of your overall financial plan. It works best when aligned with your income level, your retirement goals, your risk tolerance, your other accounts. Strategy should reflect your life stage, not trends. In short, let's simplify everything. Good TFSA strategies often focus on 1. Long-term growth. 2. Tax-free passive income. 3. Consistent reinvestment. 4. Coordinating with RRSP and other accounts. 5. Avoiding unnecessary risk. The TFSA is not about short-term wins. It is about long-term efficiency. Used patiently, it can become a powerful tool for financial stability and flexibility. In the end, the best TFSA strategy is one that is simple, disciplined, consistent. Over time, those qualities matter more than prediction or complexity.